Hey guys, remember to like the video and hit subscribe. Update. Judge Chutkan has called a 4 p.m. hearing on the lawsuit over Elon Musk's authority to run Doge. The parties are hereby ordered to appear for a hearing on February 14th, 2025 at 4 p.m. in courtroom 9 in person or VTC via Zoom before Judge Tanya S. Chutkan. The parties should be prepared to answer factual questions and set an expedited briefing schedule on plaintiff's motion for a temporary restraining order. The court will provide access for the public to telephonically, is that a word? Attend the hearing. The hearing can be accessed by dialing the toll-free number, blah, blah, blah. It is hereby ordered that the attendees using the public access telephone line shall adhere to the following. Persons remotely accessing court proceedings are reminded of the general prohibition against photographing, recording, and rebroadcasting any court proceedings, including those held by telephone or video conference. Violations of these prohibitions may result in sanctions, including removal of court-issued media credentials, restricted entry to future hearings, denial, blah, blah, blah. Which case is this one about? State of New Mexico et al. V. Musk. Complaint for declaratory and injunctive relief against all defendants. Elon Musk in his official capacity. U.S. Doge service, filed by the state of New Mexico. Okay, this is just to say Doge shouldn't exist, basically, or... Oh, yeah, these are all the states. New Mexico, Arizona, Michigan, California, Connecticut, Hawaii, Maryland, Massachusetts, Minnesota, Nevada, Oregon, Rhode Island, Vermont, Washington. What are they... I'm curious how they have... Do the states have standing against the president doing weird shit in the executive? I have no idea. I would imagine they wouldn't, but... I don't know what they're... Let's see. The court has jurisdiction. It may grant declaratory injunctive and other relief pursuant to blah, blah, blah. An actual controversy exists between the parties. Venue is proper in the District of Columbia under this. Defendants organization. Okay, plaintiffs. Okay, that's the states. Defendants. Legal framework. Constitution creates a deliberate and ordered process for the exercise of significant authority over the nation's laws, its purse, its people. It has the authority to recommend to Congress such measures, such powers, likewise. It's the president making unilateral changes to existing laws. The Appointments Clause is a pillar of basic constitutional structure and serves as a vital framework. The Appointments Clause provides that the president shall nominate and bind with the advice and consent of the Senate, shall appoint ambassadors and other public ministers and consuls, judges of the Supreme Court, and all other officers of the United States whose appointments are not herein likewise provided for. Okay. Appointments Clause is among the Constitution's most significant structural safeguards of the constitutional scheme because it prevents one branch from aggrandizing its power. It serves twin purposes of transparency and accountability. Precedent interpreting the Appointments Clause between two types of officers: inferior officers, would become known as principal or non-inferior officers. Restream the hearing. I don't want to get in trouble. What is the harm? I'm just trying to think. What is the harm they're alleging, and what is the remedy they're looking for? Like that gives them standing in this. Limit access to the federal governments and reports and some. Through the Fork in the Road initiative, Mr. Musk is committed to severance packages for eliminating agency regulation, actions acting as principal officer unsupervised by heads of departments. Okay, defendants' actions have harmed the plaintiff states and will continue to harm them unless enjoined. Judicial review of an Appointments Clause claim will proceed even where any possible injury is radically attenuated. A litigant need not show direct harm or prejudice caused by an Appointments Clause violation. Such harm is presumed. Here, however, Mr. Musk's unlawful assault on the federal government has directly harmed the plaintiff states. Because of lack of dollars being distributed, federal government disperses billions of dollars directly to the states to support law enforcement, for them to use their unlawful control of federal agencies to stop many such payments. For example, defendants have halted payments from USA to public universities. Okay. Unauthorized access to and disclosure of the state's private data. Plaintiff states have a proprietary interest in maintaining the privacy and security of their financial and banking information that they have transmitted to federal agencies. Oh, okay. Plaintiffs states bank account information and other sensitive financial data, such as taxpayer identification numbers, financial account numbers, are stored at the Bureau of the Fiscal Services. Payments systems within the Treasury. Unauthorized access to state financial data jeopardizes the privacy and security of the state. Okay, interesting. And then, is this in D.C.? So that means that that meeting should have already happened, right? At 4 p.m. in courtroom 9 in person. Did this already happen then? Destiny, the judge is not going for it. Happening now, Judge Chutkan is holding a hearing on state AG's efforts to stop Elon Musk and Doge's entire government operation. Lawyer from Minnesota says Musk is a literal wrecking ball. Chutkan is skeptical of urgency of an immediate restraining order. Chutkan is not buying the demand for extraordinary emergency relief. The states might have a case, she says, but not necessarily for an immediate restraining order. The states say Musk likes to work the weekend, so he might cause harm this weekend. Chutkan says that's not enough. Chutkan's main issue is the breadth of what states are asking for. She says she understands states' concerns given the unpredictability and pace of Doge's actions, but a tear against Musk and everything he does seems too broad. She says, hearing over, Chutkan says, I will rule in due course. Okay. Asking for temporary restraining orders, I believe, are the highest and most like emergency form of pre-trial like relief I think that you can give somebody. So your argument has to be very, very good. You have to have a high likelihood of success on the merits, and then the TRO has to be to prevent injury that could never be like made whole again. Basically, you're going to suffer irreparable harm, and you're likely to succeed, high likelihood of succeeding on the merits of the case. So just because a TRO is blocked doesn't mean that the case would be fucked, or that they couldn't get an injunction, preliminary injunction, or whatever. So who knows? I don't know what the judge thinks about that, but
tried it, then they stopped. That wasn't. They have many different things of hatred. Actually, Elon called me. He said, "You know, they're trying to drive us apart." I said, "Absolutely." No, they said, "We have breaking news. Donald Trump has ceded control of the presidency to Elon Musk. President Musk will be attending a cabinet meeting tonight at 8 o'clock." And I say, It's just so obvious. They're so bad at it. I used to think they were good at it. They're actually bad at it, because if they were good at it, I'd never be president. Because I think nobody in history has ever gotten more bad publicity than me. I could do the greatest things. I get 98% bad publicity. I could do, outside of you and a few of your very...
He gets dick ridden by everybody in the media. It's so crazy how he can cry and bitch and moan while getting favorable coverage from basically the entire media landscape.
Good friends. Right. It's like the craziest thing. But you know what I have learned, Elon? The people are smart. They get it.
Yeah, they do, actually.
They get it. They really see what's happening.
Yes.
Okay, that solves that problem.
So will the Department of Education have to handle that?
Yes, it'll go through the Department of Education. Okay?
President Trump signs executive order cutting all federal funding to schools that mandate the COVID vaccine. Talk about the ultimate cuck position. The vaccine that he wanted to take credit for, that he warp sped, that he wanted his audience to like, but they wouldn't because he pumped them so full of conspiratorial nonsense that now he has to sign an executive order basically trying to kill his vaccine. Oh my God. Also, there are no schools that require the COVID vaccine, so it applies to nothing. Is that true?
In other words, folks, you can let the water rip, finally, after 4 years of missing it. And not just a great shower, but in the sink, too. You can really wash your face, get a better shave. Wash your hands as often as you want with real, strong, live water flow. Not like...
I don't know if I've ever been in a bathroom, unless like the faucet is literally broken.